Hello mouses! We missed yesterday unfortunately due to problems here with scheduling basically, but we're back now and it's Tuesday, so we're going to do the news on Tuesday. What I want to start with is this rather fantastic image of what a young lesbian woman decided to do to come out to her parents. She's 15 years old. She baked them a cake with the words "I'm gay" written on it. Brilliant. Leaving a letter for your parents is actually how I came out myself. I left a letter, then took the dog for a walk. It wasn't even my dog. I took my granddad's dog for a walk just so I could be out the house and give them time to read the letter and process what I'd said. So I understand the thought process behind this, and I think it's really sweet that apparently both of her parents were very supportive and they all sat down, had a discussion and ate the cake. Brilliant. More of life's problems should be solved with cake, I think. One problem that won't be able to be solved by cake is the ongoing problems in Mali. Now we're sending 330 troops, or about 330 troops. We're not quite sure because no one's really said exactly how many are being sent to help out French forces who are fighting Islamist militants in north of Mali. I've covered the Mali crisis before in a previous video, so if you want to see that, just click here and that will take you to that video. But the point is now, we're now in a war in Afghanistan. We're shutting down, I know, but we're still there. I don't know if we've brought out our last troops yet or not from Iraq. There may still be some there. And now we're in Mali as well, and if the Argentinians keep saber rattling, we may be in the Falklands too. That's a lot of wars. I know we've got a lot of veterans because we've been in wars for over a decade, but even so, that's a lot of wars. So we might have to think about ending this quickly. I'd like to think that we end it quickly and as peacefully as possible, but you never know, do you? Let's just hope and hope it all works out. Speaking of things that won't work out, there's a town in Arkansas that has decided to initiate martial law because of the fear of crime. Because crime spiked in the town of Paragould, the mayor there has decided that, although he hasn't consulted a lawyer in this on the point that he did it, he's initiated martial law. And now SWAT teams are stopping just about everyone, because apparently if you're male in that city and you're not in his database, then there's something wrong. Yeah, you're right, there's something wrong. It's in your head. You can't just initiate martial law on the idea that there's a fear of crime. There's always a fear of crime. What's next? We're going to just have lots and lots of police just wandering around everywhere with riot shields and machine guns and armour? Are you going to phone up Judge Dredd and ask him to come round just because people are scared of crime? You can't run a city like that. This guy has basically done the world's most extravagant resignation letter. Coming close to home, a couple of ex-gay reparative therapy idiots have managed to get themselves a place in the House of Commons to have a meeting about ex-gay therapies. And even though every single reputable medical institution in Britain, and if not in the world, has said that ex-gay therapy doesn't work, they're still going to have this meeting, and they're using the pretext of freedom of speech to do it. They are taking the ideas of our rights and liberties and using it to force a ridiculous doctrine that is there solely to make money off people who are frightened of their sexuality due to mass homophobia in society. This is a slap in the face to everyone who actually loves freedom of speech, democracy and basic human rights. Whoever allowed this should be disgusted with themselves, because I'll tell you now, I'm disgusted with them. And I'm going to write to my MP and ask them to find out who the hell let these people in. I've got a link to the magazine that broke this story in the description bar below, but suffice to say, out of the two speakers that are named, one of them was actually struck off. His credentials were removed because of his activities. He is not allowed to practice, but he's still calling himself a doctor because apparently they can't take his title away. And the other one is an advocate of child abuse. That's not very good, is it? And also, this other one, he says that trans people don't exist. So, great. A couple of absolute barks are going to take up time and space in my country's government building. That's not on. Okay, apart from that nice story at the start, it's all been a bit weird and downbeat. So I want to end with this odd story. Apparently, the RSPCA have been trying to capture a duck that has a crossbow bolt through its head. It can still fly, it can still feed itself, it appears to be functioning to some extent, but they can't catch it. How bad at your job do you have to be if you can't catch a duck that's been shot in the head? I was amazed. I was actually laughing at that description when I saw it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the idea that someone's shot a crossbow bolt through a duck's head is a bad thing. Animal abuse is not acceptable on any level. But it's been shot in the head and you still can't catch it. How big a net do you need to catch a duck that has part of its brain damaged? This is just, what? It's a duck. It's not that smart to begin with. I have no words for this, but what the hell? But anyway, that's all I've got time for today. So thank you very much for watching. If you did like this, remember to click the like button, share it with your friends so that they can see what's been going on in the world as well, and subscribe for future videos. But until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson. You've been watching the Not Mouse channel. I'll see you tomorrow.